Hello there and welcome back to Warframe. My name is Orson Bear. As my favorite Warframe, Mesa, is gonna be vaulted later this week, I want to make a video about one of our signature weapons. And of course, I'm talking about the Redeemer Prime. This is one hell of a weapon. It is a gun blade, but let's be honest, nobody cares about the blade part because the gun part overshadows the other so much. The reason it's destined to be a great weapon is because it has a very high baseline. Let's see how this weapon performs against the level 20 bombard with no mods on. And I'm not even gonna go for the headshot. It's dead. And if I go for the head, the number is gonna go up to 30. It might not sound very significant, but let me show you with a comparison. This is Rubico Prime, which is also a great weapon. Let's see how this weapon performs against the same target with no mods on. And I'll go for the headshot. You see the difference? So because of this, you can just casually throw in several mods into this weapon, and it can easily take you through the entire star chart. The weapon itself comes with two V polarities. And as you can see, I have invested 3 additional formas into this weapon. But first, I want to show you a build for beginners. So just ignore that these 2 mods don't have the matching polarities. This is just for demonstration purposes. And I purposely left the stance mod slot empty because there are only 2 stance mods for gunblades. There is Bullet Dance and then there is High Noon. But those 2 mods are really hard to come by, especially if you're a new player. All of the mods I have installed here are really easy to get and really easy to max out. So it's not gonna cost you a fortune. And the reason why I choose to use dual stats mods here is because they require less mod capacity. So the whole setup doesn't even require a forma. All you need is to have the Orokin Catalyst installed, and all of these will fit. If you're a new player, check this out. This is a level 80 bombard. And that is definitely enough for you. You'll know a weapon has potential when it's not even dealing the type of damage the target is weak against. These 2 mods combined gives you blast damage. The bombards, however, are weak against radiation, but he still got one-shotted. Alright, before we move on to the actual build, there are a few things I want to point out. First, you don't need Amalgam Organ Shatter, even if it increases heavy attack wind-up speed by 60%. Because there is another mod that does this, and as you can see, it's Killing Blow. And as we are mainly focused on heavy attack, this mod is objectively better, and one mod alone is enough for you to reach the cap. And yes, there is a cap. The heavy attack wind-up is stated here. Right now it's 0.4. If I put on Killing Blow, it becomes 0.2. But if I install Amalgam Organ Shatter right now, pay attention. The number is not changed. So just use the regular version and you can get 5% more critical damage. Secondly, attack speed mods like Fury will indirectly affect heavy attacks. They do not change wind-up speed, but they will shorten the interval between animations so it feels faster. This is with Fury. And this is without Fury. It's rather noticeable. Okay, now let's take a look at a 3-forma sacrificial build. You don't need to invest an Umbra forma into it, and as we are mainly focused on heavy attacks, Either Bullet Dance or High Noon will do just fine because the heavy attack animations are the same. Crop Charge is a must-have mod for any heavy attack oriented builds. The initial combo is a straight-up damage buff. You can replace Primed Fury with Gladiator Might, sacrificing attack speed in exchange for more critical damage, but this weapon just feels very clunky to me without it. I guess that's pretty much it. This is a very straightforward build, only 3 formas, not too much, just the sweet spot, and let's see what it can do. 120 is the highest level I can simulate because I'm only MR 18. I was shooting their legs, and they just explode. This build is focused entirely on heavy attacks. Indeed, you can build this weapon around normal melee combos as well, but I don't really want to do it, because neither Bullet Dance nor High Noon provides you with a good set of melee combos to use. In the past, Bullet Dance had some good combos, but to be honest, after Melee 3.0, they kinda messed up gunblades. I might make a video about this topic sometime in the future. And of course, you can further improve this weapon by using a Riven, but I just really hate random numbers. It is just like Kuva Liches and Realjack when they first came out, and then DE introduced Valence Fusion, which is fantastic. But too bad, there is no Riven equivalent for Valence Fusion. Well, the downside of this weapon is that it fires really slowly, even if it hits like a truck. So you can't use it to deal with a crowd of enemies. Let's say if you take this weapon into a defense mission with this weapon alone, that target is toast. So we usually use this weapon to take down bosses like the Eidolons, or in a mission where you don't need to take down a lot of enemies like disruptions. There is also the damage fall-off problem. After 30 meters, the damage will be reduced to 6.25%. It's significant. But I don't really think that's an issue because this is Warframe. You'll be in enemy's face most of the time. Alright, I guess that's it for today. I'll see you next time. Goodbye!